Hey everyone, Dawn Martinez here again. What I want to do right now is to just cover what you're going to eat, how you're going to eat it, and when you're going to eat it. Food seems to be the biggest question that we get. What the heck am I going to eat for these 28 days? So let's take just a little bit of time and cover that. What I'd love you to do is to make sure that you take a look at the traffic light eating information in your Slim and Trim Daily Guide, because that is going to give you a really good idea of the foods to stick with and the foods to stay away from, okay? And make sure that this is something you go over before you make that first trip to the grocery store, so that you are making really good choices while you're at the store and you set yourself up for success. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this traffic light eating is all about. Many times people come to us before they start their Slim and Trim and they say, you know, I'm really used to counting calories or counting macros or measuring everything I eat. What we are doing with this program is simplifying everything. That sounds great, doesn't it? We are here to simplify. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do away with the measuring and counting, and in place of that, we're going to show you a way to know the amount of food approximately to eat and feel comfortable with that in each category of the foods that you're going to have. So let's go ahead first and look at the green light foods, because green means go. These are the foods that we want to make sure we incorporate into our everyday 28-day everyday meal plan as part of the 28-day Slim and Trim. So these green light foods are our go-to foods, and they are our green leafy vegetables, other types of root vegetables, and our fruits. Fruits and vegetables are key, and they are awesome to have each and every day during this 28 days. And you'll see a good list here of foods, of fruit and vegetables. Make sure you take a look at that. And a couple things that I want to just bring up as far as fruit is concerned. First of all, fruit is our friend. A lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, Dawn, I didn't think I was supposed to eat fruit. Fruit is fantastic. And so we want you to know that that's something that you can incorporate in the Slim and Trim program. What we do advise, if one of your goals is to lose weight and to trim down, we do advise that you limit yourself to 2 whole fruits a day. And by whole fruit, I mean 1 orange or 1 apple. That's 1 fruit. And limit that to 2 per day and have them from breakfast to lunch. And don't have your fruit throughout the rest of the day. Don't have any after lunchtime. That's kind of what we suggest as far as your fruit intake is concerned, but we definitely want you to incorporate fruit. The other thing with fruit, other than timing, is to make sure that you're eating the fruit itself and not fruit juice, okay? We want to make sure and incorporate the entire fruit, because that's the bulk of your fruit, like an orange. When you're eating a whole orange rather than orange juice, you're also getting all of that fiber from the flesh of the fruit. So same thing with apple. A full apple is so much more nutrient dense than a glass of apple juice. So those are the tips as far as fruit is concerned. And with your dark leafy vegetables, those are a green light. You just go for it and eat those. Those I incorporate at lunch every day and at dinner every day for sure. And a lot of times I'll even incorporate it into my snacks, because these dark and root vegetables are super important and are so nutrient packed. They are like lifeblood to what we take in and that fuel that our body so needs in the form of food. Remember, food is fuel. So we want to have the highest octane food, if you will, right? Just like in our car, we want the highest octane fuel. For us, we want the highest quality food to really fill our tanks and help our bodies to be as healthy as possible. So let's move on to yellow light foods. Yellow light foods, these are going to make up a good bulk of your program each day. But what we want to make sure with our yellow light foods is we're watching our portion control. So our yellow light foods are our proteins, so our lean meats, our our fish. We're also looking at healthy fats in this yellow light category. So we're looking at avocado, we're looking at nuts, we're looking at seeds, our nut butter. Oh man, we love almond nut butter. Almond butter, it's so good on an apple. That's an amazing snack. This is also where our complex carbs fall. By complex carbs versus simple carbs, complex carbs are our brown rice, our quinoa, it's our beans, our oatmeal, our sweet potatoes, those carbohydrates that really are dense and more nutritious for us, rather than a simple carb like a white sugar or a white flour. And this also, the yellow light category also encompasses Greek yogurt. I also put cottage cheese in this category. So the yellow lights are really good for us and they're packed with nutrition, but we don't want to just eat as much of those as we want, right? We want to make sure that we know the approximate portion size to have with our yellow light foods. For the protein, for that lean protein, what we want to look at is, say, let's take a chicken breast, okay? A chicken breast is a lean yellow light, a lean meat in the yellow light food category. We want it to be the size of our palm, the palm of our hand. Approximate. Nothing is 100% exact here, okay? But we want to make sure that we're in the ballpark. So this is an awesome way to measure the size of the cut of your lean meats or your lean proteins, whether it's fish, like a salmon, a fresh caught salmon, a serving of tuna, a hamburger that's made of lean, whether it's turkey or beef. We want it to be the size of the palm of our hand. With healthy fats, an avocado, a lot of people will say, how much avocado is a serving? Now for me, I'd love to eat 4 avocado, but let's be real, right? We can't eat a whole avocado or 2 avocado in a sitting. A serving size of avocado is 1/4 of an avocado. And that is a really great, healthy fat food choice for you in a day. As far as olive oil or avocado oil, if you use that and you mix it with your vegetables before you roast them, make sure that your portion size is no more than like 1 tablespoon, which is the size of your thumb. And you guys, it's amazing how quickly we can just pour that olive oil or that avocado oil over our vegetables. And pretty soon we have 4 to 5 tablespoons as we're cooking. And so let's just really be cognizant of portion control. Okay, that's gonna help our success. Complex carbs. Let's take quinoa or brown rice, for example. If we just pile on all those complex carbs, even if they're healthy, but we just have a huge serving of them, obviously we're doing disservice to ourselves and we're sabotaging our success. So we want to make sure that that serving size, again, for those complex carbs is the size of the palm of our hand, okay? And not this tall, okay? It's the size of the palm of our hand and about the thickness of the palm of our hand. So we aren't talking about a huge serving, but that's going to fill you up more than you think it will, all right? So that kind of covers our yellow light food choices. And then up here, our red light foods. What does red mean? Red means stop, right? And that's exactly what this list of food is for us. We are not going to be eating these hardly ever, if at all, during our 28 days. These are the foods we want to stay away from or completely eliminate from our 28-day program. And these foods, you guys, are exactly what you think are going to be on this list. It's candy, cookies, fruit juice, white bread, white flour, anything, fatty meats, chips, donuts, pastries. It's also alcohol, creamy sauces, high-calorie sugar sweets, or high-caloric salad dressings. So those are the things we really want to have much less of during these 28 days, to the point of eliminating as much as possible. All right, so this is what we're gonna eat, okay? A couple tips I wanna cover is salad dressings. What I'd love to say about salad dressings, breads, any sort of food that you aren't finding in its natural state. That's our goal, is food in its natural state. And anytime you get away from that, you need to become a consumer and an informed consumer by looking at the ingredient list and the nutrition label. And when you're looking at bread, for example, it's very important that first word is whole, W-H-O-L-E. Whether it's whole sprouted grain, whole wheat, whole oat, that word whole is super important. Or sprouted. Whole sprouted is the best kind of bread you can have. So those things are super important. You want your fiber content as high as possible. So maybe you're going to look at 2 different types of bread. Does it say whole and how much fiber is in it? And you're going to take the one that the label states is better based on those types of things. We want our added sugars down to non-existent. Okay, salad dressings, here are 2 great choices. We really like the Primal Kitchen salad dressings. We also like the Bragg's organic vinaigrette. And then we have some homemade dressings that we really like that are super simple to make, and I just keep them in the fridge. As far as Greek yogurt is concerned, first of all, make sure it's Greek. The Greek yogurt is much higher in protein content. This Chobani plain, non-fat Greek yogurt we use all the time. And one of the best things that you can use this for is anytime you would normally use sour cream, use this plain Greek yogurt instead. You'll never even know that you've made the switch. And the nutrition denseness skyrockets by using this instead of a sour cream. I also love this plain Chobani Greek yogurt with a serving of oats, some walnuts, and blueberries. That's a wonderful snack to have each day. And then I like to point out, a lot of people like Greek yogurt for a snack, and this is a great serving size, and this 000 is packed with protein and has a very good carbohydrate count, relatively speaking to what's out there. So that's just a few things, a few basics about the food and what we're gonna eat. Now let's just quickly look at how we're gonna eat. What we're gonna do is make sure we are mindful as we're eating, whether it's a meal or a snack, okay? And we wanna be slow as we're eating, chew thoroughly, and put our fork down every few mouthfuls, because we want to extend the time that it takes us to eat, so it allows our body to let us know when it's full. It takes a little time for our body to catch up once it's actually full and we feel that fullness. So make sure your body has time to allow itself to tell you it's full. So slow down, be mindful, and that also just lowers our stress level down. And then when are we gonna eat? What we're gonna make sure that we use each day, just to plug this daily guide one more time, is our checklist, because it's gonna tell us when to eat and when to take our supplements. So we're gonna have our breakfast every day, which is going to be our amazing meal replacement shake. Okay, every single day for breakfast, meal replacement shake. So easy, it's already one meal taken care of, you don't even have to think twice. So that's nice and it's convenient. And like Ray said before, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of protein and carbs. Amazing way to start the day. And I know in my our first video, I had said don't add any fruit or anything to this other than water and ice. The only exception I would make is pairing spinach with your meal replacement shake, you guys. It's fantastic. And you're getting a big handful of spinach right away in the morning. And I just dare you to try it. I have people all the time that are like, absolutely not. It will taste terrible. I don't even like spinach. And you would mix it with a shake. But I dare you to try it, because you will not even be able to taste it. And you'll have a whole serving of dark leafy greens right out of the gate in the morning. So it's a great way to start the day. Breakfast every day. And as your daily checklist says, then you have a mid-morning snack. And remember, in your guide, you have 24 snack ideas. You will not run out of snack ideas. Then lunch every day, an afternoon snack, and dinner. So that's how we want to make sure that we follow along in that daily guide. So we know what we're going to eat, we know how we're going to eat it, and we know when we're going to eat it. And the last thing that I just want to cover is to make sure that you understand the power of this Facebook support group. You guys are going to be amazed at the amount of recipes that come across this support group, and also the tips that you're going to get along the way. So utilize this group, and we want you to participate. We want to hear the successes you're having so we can celebrate you. We also want to know any questions you have. So please don't hesitate to post on this Facebook group. And then one other thing that I want to make sure that you're clear on, if you look over on the left side of the Facebook group, you'll see a tab that says units. And if you click on that, within that units tab are going to be different categories that you can click on. So say you're interested in the sleep pillar of health and you would like to see any of the posts that people have put on this Facebook page about sleep, you can go to the units tab, click on the sleep unit, and it will show all of the articles about sleep, or all the information people have posted about sleep. You'll also find in that units tab a recipes tab, or a recipes unit. So make sure and utilize that. So that's all I've got on food, you guys. I hope that's been helpful, and reach out to your personal coach and reach out to all of the information that you'll have from the coaches here and other people, because we're just here to help you succeed. Good luck. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.